the Fish Vet Files Season 2. So today's patient has actually been featured on our YouTube channel previously. It's an older video. You can see it playing here. This features a lovely little koi that is receiving his second enucleation. So an enucleation is where we remove the eyeball of a fish. Yes, it sounds gross. It is necessary for this guy because you can see on the edge of his eye got some sloughing tissue. Fish live in a toilet. They are constantly surrounded by bacteria. So if you slough off, the front of your eyeball, all that bacteria can move into the eye, and then the brain is right there. So we have to take a lot of care and consideration when we're putting any fish down for surgery. But in his case, kind of necessary. And he did have an issue with the other eye a couple of years previously, took it out, and you can see how beautifully it healed. I love doing this surgery. I've done hundreds of them, and they always heal up just beautifully. They're all beautiful. Even ones where it's super gross and gunky. We had one with an abscess in there. She's great. It's my favorite surgery. The fish just feel so much better afterwards. They don't really mind missing the eyeball. I mean, it wasn't working to begin with, and it's this giant thing hanging outside of their head. And as you're swimming along, you can feel that drag. And you think something's attached to your head that needs to be knocked off. You can't see it. The eye's not working. So you go around and just whack your eye on anything you can sense in your environment. Obviously, that can cause neurologic issues, which are also not a great thing for fish. So for this guy, went ahead, took the second eye out, healed up beautifully. Oh, so beautiful. And then, unfortunately, tragedy. Stuck this entire pond. Again, we've been helping these owners maintain it for several years. We got them a new pond guy to kind of help with the maintenance on things. And unfortunately, one day, owner was topping off the pond and walked away. And we see this happen so often. This is the #1 cause of death in older fish in their late 20s, 30s. Someone turns the water on. You think you're going to be back in 10 minutes. Hours go by. And what's coming in with all that city water is chlorine or chloramine. And unfortunately, that is highly, highly toxic to fish, any fish. Now, most of the time, you'd be adding a dechlorinator product, either a liquid. They have the ones that attach to the hoses. There's many different methods. And we'll be discussing this in one of our other episodes on just use one, just one. You don't need 3. But unfortunately, left the hose on several hours. All the work and care that we've done to these fish, they all died. So, heartbreaking, so heartbreaking. But again, for those of you who have a pond that is attached to city water, when you are filling up your pond, anytime, please set a timer. Some hoses you can actually put timers on so they'll turn off after a certain amount of time, just in case you got other things going on. I get it, we have lives. When I was at Mystic Aquarium way back in the day, anyone who was working there, it was just assumed you would leave something running at some point. It's what happened. No human is completely 100% perfect all the time. The system I overflowed was thankfully in the quarantine area, which nobody saw, and there's big drains on the floor. So wasted a little bit of salt water that day, but I had a colleague who, we have these giant vats, like literally the size of the room I'm standing in, that where we mix the salt water. So you have a certain amount of different ions and sodium and potassium and all those that you have to add to make artificial seawater. And unfortunately, if you use the hose running too long on that, you're gonna spoil, I don't know, about 100,000 gallons of seawater. So again, for those of you, tanks, ponds, use your dechlorinators, use one, set a timer, don't walk away, bring your laptop work and just do it pond side. I mean, we have wireless capabilities these days, but yes, unfortunately a tragic ending for these guys, but serves as a good reminder to all of you out there. Don't leave your hose running and walk away. It's just, we've seen it happen so many times. So please, do your fish a favor. Don't walk away. And if your fish has an eye issue, get it taken care of. Surgery is great. It's super easy. Even, we have the kids at Aquavet. So I teach a surgery lab at Aquavet. This is a great program for any veterinarians or veterinary students who want to learn more about fish, inverts, mollusks, marine mammals, if you like. So we'll do that procedure. And even the newbie, surgeons who haven't really done surgery much before, again, we're first and second year vet students, they can do this procedure, no problem. So again, for you seasoned vets, done some surgery, this is a really easy procedure to do. But you gotta make sure they're completely knocked out for it, because you can't have them move. So with that, again, don't leave your hose on and walk away. And if you have an eye issue, please take care of it. Thank you.